All right, so I have my camera flipped on my whiteboard now so you can see all of the different vowel digraphs that we've talked about. Now I'm going to go through each one so we can talk about them, and then I'll also explain why I have some special symbols next to some of them. So remember, what is a vowel digraph? That's right, it's two vowels that come together to make one vowel sound. Okay, so just like a consonant digraph is two consonants that come together to make a consonant sound. So we have different vowel sounds. We have the long A, the long E, the long I, the long O, and the long U sound. And we have different vowel digraphs that can make those different sounds. So let's start with the long A sound. We have AI and AY, which we like to call the what? That's right, the sound twins. AI and AY. Now, those are two vowels together. On both of those, I hear the A and I do not hear the other vowel, so I cross it out. Now, remember, there was a special rule for spelling with those two patterns. Do you remember it? That's right. AI will always be at the beginning or in the middle of a word, never at the end. And AY will always be at the end. So it's really easy to figure out which one you should be spelling with. You just have to listen to where you hear the sound. Now there's one more on A, and it's that EI vowel digraph. Now this one has a star because it is two vowels that come together to make one vowel sound, but neither one of the letters are the ones that I hear. I have an E and an I, but I have an A sound. Now this is a pattern we see in words like veil, like what a woman wears when she gets married on her head. So it's a different digraph. It's a little bit funky, and so I put a little star next to it, but it is still two vowels that come together to make one sound. But notice I didn't code either one of the letters, I just underlined it. That's because I don't hear either one of the letters. Now our second one is the long E sound. Now this one has a lot of patterns. So the first one is E, E. The second one is E, Y. The third one is E, A. The fourth one is E, I. And then the fifth one is I, E. Now you'll notice on all of these, I did code the E because I do hear the long E sound, and then I crossed out the other letter that is just there to help. Now that IE one on the bottom is not as common. That's one that we would see in words like shield or field, but it does still make the long E sound, and it is still a vowel digraph. The next one is the long I sound. This one's really simple because he only has one vowel digraph, IE. I put a macron over the I and I cross out the E because I don't hear the E. The next one is OA, the long O sound. And we have two patterns that make that sound, OA and OW. Again, these are sound twins, and there is a rule to help us spell with them. Do you remember what the rule is? That's right, just like AI and AY. OA will be at the beginning or in the middle of a word, not at the end. And OW will be at the end of a word. Now, OW can sometimes come in the beginning or middle of a word, but it's not as common. It's typically at the end. So when you're spelling with it, listen to where your sound is and you'll know which one to choose. Again, both of those make the long O sound, so I code the O and cross out the other letter. And then our last long vowel sound is the long U sound, and it has two patterns. UE, which gets a code on the U, and the E gets crossed out because I don't hear him. And then the next one is an interesting one again, kind of like the EI pattern for the long A sound. It's the EW sound, or the EW pattern, making the long U sound. Now there's no U in that pattern. It's an E and a W. So I don't code either one of those letters, but it is making the long U sound. And then I have a couple down at the bottom with a star next to them. Now on your choice board, you'll see right here, it says funky patterns. That's because these are really strange vowel digraphs in my opinion. And I actually don't want you to practice these this week. I'm going to let you practice these 4 patterns next week. So if you want to, you can even take a pen and put some little parentheses around them so you know these are vowel digraphs, so we're going to talk about them today. But I personally want you to practice them next week because I think they go better with next week's patterns. So let's talk about them for a minute. So O-O, of course it's 2 vowels and it has 2 different sounds. Oh, I have a code missing. I wonder if anybody noticed that. Good job if you did. We have the short sound like in book or look and the long sound like in tooth. Now these are vowel digraphs because it is 2 vowels coming together and they do make a vowel sound. It's almost that U sound, but it's just a little funky. It's that and that oo. And then the other 2 are the ah sound twins, AW and AU. Now again, these do come together to make a vowel sound, but it's that funky A sound, that A with the 2 dots on top. That A that makes the O sound. So these are really, really funky vowel digraphs. They do still follow the rules of being a vowel digraph, so they do get the underline. They are considered vowel digraphs, but they're just a little funky. So we're going to practice them next week with some of our other patterns. And I think you have plenty of patterns with your long A, long E, long I, long O, and long U vowel digraphs that you have plenty of words that you can work with without those 4 patterns that will move to next week. Okay, so if you want to leave this video up while you're doing your Saxon choice board, you can, if that helps you remember some of the patterns. You can also rewatch it if you need to. It's a lot of vowel digraph information in this video. So if you need to rewatch it, that's okay. Go ahead and start your Saxon choice board and have a great day, guys. Bye.